What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy Sean Rock to the aka Lil Nicky V6, represent Mandatory Thrive HGBM, because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive. And I am back again with another video. Before I start this video, man, I want to ask y'all to head over to Amazon.com, purchase my first published book, Give Nothing Less Than 300, From the Basement, Mind, Body, and Soul. Great book, great read. It'll make you laugh, make you cry, and teach you a lesson. Link will always be in the description, as well as about a week or two more, Poem Diaries book will be up as well. This is my new book that I wrote this year. A lot of different poems. Yeah, so this book is dope. So without that, with further ado, I'm gonna read one of these poems, and we're gonna get into day 26. I mean day 21. My bad. From this view, this poem is called The Hills. From this view, these feet seem like impossibility. Defeated thoughts flood like dopamine. Stop, breathe, and close this opening and find strength. Finding strength is the first step. The cadence creates momentum as the breathing becomes deep and the feet screams of agony until the last step. And each step becomes closer than the last step. The body desires to turn the power off, but the mind has the major key. Reach deep down into your deepest of hurts and your greatest desire and find more fire for you to unleash. Last step up the hill, look down and see at the top of the hills, this is where you want to be, and this is where you're meant to be, these hills. All right, so here's my mandatory log right here. It's a log that I use to log, all my goals, my workouts and stuff like that. So I've been logging my days so that I can, release these videos and be accountable to get to 90 days. So right here you can see I have sticky stickers that I use. I like to use superhero stickers just to keep me motivated. And I have my days logged. So as you can see, I'm on day 21. And if I fail on one day, then I just cross it off. And we just gonna continue on the journey to 90 days. But the primary goal is to get to 90 days without releasing. So let's talk about day 21, what I'm experiencing. So I wrote a couple down in my journals. Number one, I said a confidence boost. You get this during the journey. You get this, like for me, I get this during day 2 and 4, but it just starts to turn up to another level around day 20 and day 30. Like I always say, day 30 is where everything just gets lit. The recovery happens more with the workouts and stuff like that. But I'll say around day 20, that's where it starts to not peak, but you start to feel it rising to that high level that it gets on day 30. And like I said, if you've done semen retention, you know what I'm talking about. So I feel a definite confident boost in terms of more comfortable in social situations, more comfortable with conflicting interests with people and getting your point across, more comfortable and long duration conversations and different things like that. So the confident boost is definitely up. And then not just confidence in social interactions, but also confidence in just the plans and different things that I'm planning to execute and seeing them through. I feel more confidence in that as well. Number two, shallow perspectives dropping is what I said. What I mean by shallow perspectives is dropping is that I'm starting to see my desire shifting to, I wouldn't say my purpose, but shifting to more meaningful desires in everyday life. A prime example would be what you eating, right? on these type of days, uh, when I'm tired or you know moving fast, usually typically I want to eat something that I'm craving something that's going to give me immediate gratification. Well, that's the shallow side of me, the shallow perspective. Um, Now I want to eat things that's going to add value to my body. Not saying that I don't enjoy eating crap, but I understand that like I need the food. The food that I'm putting in my body is essential for how I'm moving and thinking. So that's one way. When it comes to people, shallow perspectives is dropping in terms of like anything superficial or anything that's a waste of time. I'm just totally seeing the shift that I'm not really interested in it. If it doesn't have depth, if it doesn't have meaning, if it doesn't have substance, I simply just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to engage in it. And what I've noticed is that I'll definitely remove myself if I feel that we're not talking or doing things that's uplifting each other or building each other up. You know, I'm not saying that that's just like a primary thing that is in me. I'm saying that when I feel my, energy getting stronger and stronger by day, I have more confidence to stand upon the things that I desire, the type of conversations that I want, the type of engagements that I want, versus me just kind of wallowing back and being like, nah, that's too much, or you asking too much, or just going and sit and just endure and just listen to this nonsense, and you can deal with how you feel about it later. Nah, now, I'm just like, let's remove myself. More productivity. That's one of the biggest things that I've noticed. I feel myself being more productive, and I think that's a product of the thinking, but as well as like being more simple. Sometimes I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, you want to accomplish so much that you can accomplish nothing because you're just overthinking every little detail, every little situation. You crowding your brain. You got so much on your plate that you're trying to do that you're not getting nothing done. And I've been being more productive because I just been taking more smaller steps and just knocking things out in more smaller steps, as well as aligning my thinking and my actions with um, ways that fuels me to do what I need to do versus trying to follow anybody else's formulas, right? So I'm utilizing formulas that works for me, even if it's um, not normal or isn't the typical way that people say this is how you become more productive. But these ways keep me productive, so I'm utilizing these different ways. Less reactive to circumstances and more problem solving, especially within the work setting. I've definitely seen that kind of pick up. Um, Everybody around is in disarray and panic mode when certain things is not happening, or certain things is not in place within the work environment, and you can just kind of feel the anxiety. You can feel the intensity. You can feel the overwhelmness, and I'm usually typically feeling it too. Not to say that I'm not feeling it now, but being on this high amount of days, I'm more solution minded to the problems that I feel like we're facing, and I'm able to kind of withstand and kind of stay sturdy in the face of adversity. I've definitely seen that happen. Another thing is a shift in sexual cravings. When you release, like I said in my last video, for me, I can't say this is anybody else's experience, but for me, my experience is um, once I release and I get that feeling, it's okay, it's good, whatever. But if I release again, that's when, um, you know, that dopamine hit is like really, really lit for me. And I'm kind of searching for that. I want it, I'm looking for it in a very shallow way. And mm, it changes my sexual cravings, to being very, very lustful, in my endeavors, lustful in my pursuits, and I start to objectify women and look like it don't really care if this is this or that's that or this is this. As long as this is this way, I'll disregard all of that just for this particular experience. Which, I mean, people do that all the time, but that shouldn't be, that isn't the space that I'm trying to be in. So once uh, I've gotten to this amount of days, I can tell that I can feel my vibe. I can feel my mind and my spirit, um, kind of moving back into that space where sex is a form of meditation, intimacy is required, you know, um, emo-sexual, whatever that case may be, um, becomes back a part of the way I'm thinking and moving. And I just have a desire, if I'm going to be intimate or sexual with anybody, I want it to have a level of substance and a level of depth in it, which it should, right? That should be a normal thing. But for most people, some people, me included, it's not really a normal thing, especially when I'm chasing, attention and various other things. So right now, I feel like it's shifting back into that. And if I'm intimate in any way, it's definitely going to be no releasing, and it's going to be about you know a connection, and the vibe. So um, shifting back into the desire for deeper spiritual things. I've been doing a lot of praying, a lot of reading the Bible, building my relationship back up with God. I noticed that as my days get higher, that um, personal relationship becomes more and more in tune every day, and I'm becoming more reliant, you know, on the scriptures, and I'm feeding off the scriptures and different things like that. And actually, to be quite honest, today was the first day that I meditated. I haven't meditated since I moved over to Ypsilanti, because I've been in disarray, right, moving around and shaking and trying to get my life back in order, or get adjusted to the new life that I've started back out here. Um, and today was the first day I meditated out, outside. After I prayed, read my Bible, and did all of that, I meditated after. So um, definitely can see the shift in, the desire for more um, spiritual things. So that's something I experienced in day 21. Uh, Confirmations about things. Your past always can be in the back of your mind. Your future is scary. That's why if you're stuck in the past, you end up with depression. If you're living too far in the future, you in anxiety. And if you dwell in the present moment, that's where you can find tranquility, and that's where you find most peace. So, but to be quite honest, you wouldn't be being honest with yourself if you wouldn't, you know, think about the past or focus on the future, as well as be in the present moment. So, with all that being said, I've had more peace with my past. I've had more hope with my future, and I feel solid in the present moment because I'm simply aligned. I feel like I'm moving towards where I need to be, and I'm happy with where I'm at, and I accept what was and what isn't anymore. So that's another thing. A lot of confirmations. Not only that, but confirmations on the decisions that I've made, why I've made them, in terms of location. I've had so many confirmations since I've been out here in Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area, Ipsy Arbor, whatever you want to call it. I've had so many confirmations in my life on why this is the best place, or this was a great decision for me to move out here. I've only been here about a month and a half, and I've made a great impact, and people have been way far more receptive to me in terms of what I'm trying to do. I've trained with people. I've done all type of stuff. A lot. The craziest thing is, um, I went back to a gym I used to go to way back when I lived here, and it was crazy because mad at these people. I mean, I feel bad because I don't really know their names, but mad at these people remember me and was excited to see me, and that was a beautiful experience. But that's been happening since I've been out here. But I'm saying that I've asked God for confirmations around me, and I've definitely gotten a lot of confirmations today and yesterday. So that's another thing that I've gotten. So, anyways, that's what I got on my day 21. So I'm just moving forward and chucking ahead, man. And anybody that's on their journey, man, salute to you. Whether you're on day 1, day 100, day 20, day 14, day 4, day 38, day 56, wherever you at in your journey, man, just keep pressing, keep believing, keep grinding, man, and keep just, doing your thing. And that's where I'm at, man. So I just wanted to share this video, man. Remember, dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock to the signing out. Peace.